Hey guys, what's going on today? BOJoeKO here, and welcome to a brand new series that is going to be starting up on my YouTube channel this fall, and it is going to be a fantasy hockey series, and I think a lot of you guys might enjoy this. So I kind of teased this last week on Twitter, letting you guys know that if there was anybody excited for some fantasy hockey videos coming this fall, and that is exactly what we are going to be doing. So I want to include something else on the channel as well, because I know as far as, hockey videos go on the channel, I mean, we have NHL 16, and we know that's going to obviously be a thing throughout the year. We have our Flyers Talk podcasts, which are also going to be occurring throughout the year, not as often as obviously NHL 16 videos, but it's something that pops up every now and then, every 2 weeks or so. But I did want to do something else along with hockey, and something that you guys might enjoy as well, and something I've honestly never even done, and that is going to be fantasy hockey. Now, this whole entire league was set up by the good pal Richard Head 93, and it is also going to be including a bunch of other NHL content creators. So we have some YouTubers, we have some Twitch streamers right now currently in the division. So we're going to have 20 teams. All 20 teams have not been filled out yet. So I'll go over the teams in a little bit, show you guys who is actually in the league so far. But yeah, this should be really interesting because, like I said, I have not done any fantasy ever in my life. It's, I've had some friends who do fantasy, like football and stuff like that, so they're kind of giving me some pointers on how actually fantasy runs and all that fun stuff. So it's going to be both a learning process for me as well as you guys as well. If you've never actually done any fantasy before either, then, we can take a awesome journey along this cool series that we're going to do. So like I said, it's going to be 20 teams made up of YouTubers, content creators, Twitch streamers, all that fun stuff. Let me show you guys who is actually a part of the standings so far. If I zoom in with my good old MacBook. So we have Eberly Hills Cop. That is Richard Head's team. So there's two divisions, a Hut tier, a Hut division, and an EASHL division. It doesn't matter which division you're in, to be honest. So Eberly Hills Cop is Richard Head, as I said. Team 2 and 3. Team 2 and 3 have not been made out yet. Team Deke, obviously Dekesaurus Rex is team number 4. My team name is Just Druid, as taken on by Shia LaBeouf, but Just Druid, that's going to be my name. Ike's Hard Lemonade, a great freaking name. That's going to be It's Kane 88. Duke's Shikandomi, Canadian Duke, obviously. Kung Fu Kriding is Drake LaFada. I believe that is Slime Man, so that is Slime's team. And then in the EASHL division, we got Henrique, so that's Henrique. Scott Henrique's Gaming. We have Team Page, obviously X-Tech. Team Clips, which is Best NHL Clips. Party Canes, Wild Ride. Freaking the real Sykes, that's his team name. Pooting Town, Spence Dangles, that's your boy Spence Dangles, obviously. And then we have Miller Time Gaming as Vancouver Glitch. So we're still looking for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're still looking for 8 more teams, and I believe this is going to be a money league. So I think we are putting in a certain amount of money for this league, and obviously the winners at the end will take home a good amount of cash at the end of this. I don't know if we said $20 or $50 yet, but it is definitely going to be determined. So let me show you guys actually how this league works, and how fantasy actually works for this certain thing. So basically, here are the basic settings and the summaries of how the league works. Actually, I can zoom out. You guys can probably see it from there. So obviously, the league name is Content Creators, 20 teams. It goes into a head-to-head point. So basically, you draft your team, select the players that you want to have for the night, and then you go up against each other, and whoever has the most points at the end of that game against whoever team you're playing, you automatically come out with the win. So the roster size is going to be 18 players with 13 starters, as well as 5 players on the bench with 2 injury reserves. So for starters, you're going to have to choose from 6. We're going to have to choose from 6 forwards. Obviously, any combination of centers, left wingers, and right wingers as you want. No limit on them. Defenders, 4 defenders, and then a utility player. Now, I really wasn't sure what a utility player was until somebody actually had to tell me. A utility player is your option. You can either have a 5th defenseman or a 7th forward, whatever you choose. Obviously, 2 goaltenders with a maximum of 4, but I think that's going to be pretty difficult for us to do. I think Richard might have to probably change that around, since there are going to be 20 teams, 2 goaltenders. That's 40 tendies and 30 teams. There are 60 goaltenders in the league, so I think it will be plausible to have 2 goaltenders in there. But if you have to have 2 goaltenders starting at all times, That's going to be kind of weird. I'm not sure if you have to have 2 goaltenders starting at all times or if it's 1 tendy each night. I'm not really entirely sure how that works. I'll have to look into that. And then 5 bench players, obviously just 5 extra players that you can switch in and out. And then injury reserve. Now, somebody had to tell me what the injury reserve was. Basically, if any of your players get injured, you can send them to your injury reserve without having to drop them for free agency, I guess you could say, or just waiver wire pickups so that other players don't have a chance to get them. So if any player on your team gets injured, you can actually send them onto the injury reserve without having to drop them to waivers and preventing anybody else from picking them up. So that's going to be pretty awesome to see there. And then here's how the scoring basically works. We'll zoom in for this. So goals, each goals are going to be 2 points per player. Power play goals are 1 point. An extra point, I would say. Shorthanded goals are 2 points. Game-winning goals are 1 point. Shots on goal is shots on goal is one half a point. Assists are 2 points. Power play assists is 1 extra point. Shorthanded assists are 2 points. Hat trick is 5 points. Hits are 0.5 points. Game started for goaltenders are 1 point. Shutout, you get 5. With wins, you get a 3. Overtime loss, you get 1. And then that's basically the divisions lineup, player rules, all AHL players, acquisition and waiver wires right here, daily lock individual at scheduled game time. So you lock in your players when the games are about to start. Waiver pickups, season acquisition limit. There are no limits for you, so you can pick up as many players as you want on the waivers. Waiver order, move from last after claim, never reset the order. So I think that works with the way the draft is set up. No limits on trades, obviously 2 days to review trades. That's Richard's job to review trades. Use keepers for the 2016 season. So we plan on doing this for future, for the very near future. So we're going to have a keepers league. Basically, the players that you draft is going to carry over to next year. You can drop and replace players as need be. Lock 1 hour before the draft once again. Start regular season, 22 matchups. Yep. Playoff bracket, and then draft settings is going to be a snake style. So pretty much the exact same way that a normal draft will work. So if you get the first overall pick, you're not going to draft again until probably 21st, I would assume, since there are 20 teams. So, and then it just goes back and forth, snaking back and forth. So if you get the 20th pick, you have the 20th and the 21st, and then it just basically goes like that, just to make it a little bit fair. Allow draft pick trading. So there is no draft pick trading in this one, as Richard set up. So you can't trade draft picks. It makes kind of sense since hockey, in this kind of for fantasy hockey, you really don't do much drafting. Basic settings right there. The rosters we already looked at. Scoring, obviously teams and divisions. These are just like the mini categories in and of itself. And then obviously when we load up here back to the league, you go to players, I would assume. And it's going to list all the players in the NHL, obviously, that you have your choice of grabbing up. So like I see, I think status type is free agent, obviously. I think that'll change. October 7th, that's when the regular season starts in October. So we were planning on doing the draft, I believe, mid-September, so only a couple more weeks. I do plan on actually having a video out when we do have this draft, so we'll have a bunch of these guys. I'm not sure if we can fit everybody into a Skype chat, but we'll try to fit as many people as I can into a Skype chat, and we could actually have a pretty cool little video of us drafting all of our team, and then obviously I'll do a update video on my team and how I chose the players, and I think it'll just be a really cool, nice little additional series to bring to you guys along with the podcasts and obviously NHL 16 content throughout the year. So I'm pretty excited about this. Let me know if you guys have ever done fantasy hockey in the past or if you're doing one right now. And we're trying to expand this possibly to the future to include you guys as well. We're going to test it out just with us content creators at first, and then obviously we're going to see how it plans out for us in the future. And obviously there you go, guys. I'm playing Duke apparently in the first matchup on October 7th to the 11th. So me versus Duke is going to be the first matchup, I believe, unless the divisions change. But that's basically what's going to happen. My team versus Duke's team at the beginning of the season, and that's going to start on October 7th. So let me know if you guys are excited about this series. I know I am. Like I said, I'm a noob about it, but I think it's going to be a nice little variance of content to bring you guys along with the podcasts as well. And obviously we'll let you guys know with league updates, all that fun stuff, and maybe I'll even do some like fantasy maybe some fantasy updates as well, like who's really doing well for them. The top 10, maybe like top fantasy players or something like that. Just give you guys tips for if you have your own fantasy league, I give you guys some tips of what to do there. So like I said, we're using ESPN's fantasy hockey website. I know there's a bunch more out there like Yahoo and stuff like that, but like I said, we're testing this out, and I think that's gonna be it. So let me know if you guys are excited for this series coming in fall. Like I said, there will be a video out when we do finally do the draft, and I plan on doing constant updates for this fantasy thing, since it is going to be money related, and there is going to be a money prize at the end of this. I do want to try to do my very best in this, because an extra bit of cash does not hurt. So let me know if you guys are excited about this series. Leave a like if you are, and I hope to bring this fantasy hockey stuff to you guys this coming hockey season. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe as always, guys, and I'll see you possibly in a few more weeks when we do finally have our fantasy hockey draft.